Hello, Girls Rock Camp Houston 2021. I am so grateful and happy to be back here with you. Last year, I did a video on phone and computer-based apps to make music that I felt were accessible and fun to use. This year, I want to go through my 2021 NPR Tiny Desk contest entry and talk about how you can use similar tools and make your own contest video in the future, or just have some fun and play around. If you're not familiar with the contest, NPR, which is National Public Radio, has this concert series in their office, and it's behind a tiny desk, and they have all sorts of musicians from around the world come and perform. And every year they do a contest for unsigned artists like myself to submit. And so this year, I performed, and we all perform our original music, and I performed a song called Giants. Giants is about strength and resilience as LGBTQIA people, especially those of us who are Black, Indigenous, or other people of color. However, I feel the song has meaning for everybody. So you don't have to watch the video to understand what we're going to talk about today, but if you want to, right now I'm pasting a link to my YouTube channel and you can find the video there. It's one of the latest ones I've posted. So I'm going to go through the video and sort of explain what I did, and at the end I'm going to talk about how you too can create a song, and yeah. So before I start the video, I'm going to explain a little bit about the equipment that I used. So as you can see in this picture-in-picture video, this is me. I have my guitar, I have my little synth, the Yamaha Reface CP, that is just basically a tiny piano. I have my iPad, which acts as a loop device using an app, and all of my instruments, including my mic, which I sing into, go into the mixer. The mixer goes into the iPad, and I use the iPad to loop all of the sounds that I'm playing or creating with my voice. Okay, so now we're going to go through the beginning, now that I've explained the equipment a bit. Okay, so right here I'm basically making a sound with my throat as a sort of kick drum so that I don't have to have that click track that keeps me on beat. I can kind of have something that's more subtle and something that I make. It sounds like, and I'm making it with my throat. So as you can see, when I stopped playing, because I was recording the loop, it started looping on itself. And so that part was the piano part. Now I'm going to take you to the first voice part. Now I bring in my guitar. Then I keep going and going. So this whole part I'm adding more beatboxing and more sort of vocal flourish, vocal loops. And you can hear a bit of that here. I'll play a little bit here for you. A little technical glitch there with my mic. You were a giant. this is where I start the main part of the song, the main verse. So I sing, sing, sing. I'm singing all the lyrics, and you can watch this on your own if you want. No pressure. And then here, I bring everything out except for the guitar. And then it all comes back. Okay, so here's the app itself. So this is the session that I use, the actual session for the Tiny Desk. And so, as you can see, all the loops are going at different speeds, and you can control them. I make big shadows too. I make big shadows. Well, it sounds like a lot of noise when you play them all together, but I didn't play them all together. I played them in strategic moments. And so in this menu, you can control the loop lengths, you can control the tempo, whether or not you want the click track on, you can control the tempo here rather, and the time signature. And then in the settings, you have record the session, and then the different sessions that you've saved, and then here I want to show you one thing. You can control the reverb on your voice. And so all of these things you'll have to play around with a little bit. It takes some practice. This is not something that I learned overnight. I've been playing around with this app for like maybe 5 years. And before that I was already like experimenting with looping on my own, using different tools I found here and there. But this is honestly my favorite looping tool. There's Ableton, there's Logic Pro, there's Boss Pedals, there's all sorts of loopers out there. This is hands down my favorite looper because it's so, for me, easy to use and intuitive. So basically this arrangement of Giants is really trial and error. You can see on my YouTube I have a piano version of it. I have added guitar. I'm about to release a studio version of it. And so a friend of mine really encouraged me to do the looping, and another friend encouraged me to do the song by their reaction to the song, and so I kind of just did trial and error, and this arrangement, after playing around with it, playing around with what works and experimentation, this felt like the best use of my time because I was allotted 10 minutes. And one thing about looping is that it does take time because I have to set up all the loops and they have to run. And so I could have cut to the beginning of when I started the loops, but that defeats the purpose of showing people like the magic of like how things get built, the kind of seeing, you see the car, but you're looking at sort of under the hood. That's kind of part of the performance of it. So as you can see, I used an iPad. I have a little mini piano, and I have my guitar, and I have my mixer, all of those things, but you don't need that to make music with this app. All you need is a pair of headphones from the dollar store or a gas station and this app. Not using an iPad, but using a phone. And experiment with it. Play the loops, press record, look at there's other YouTube tutorials of people that kind of go more in depth and come up with something, and maybe record a video too, or if not, try to record a session. I would love to hear it. Ask the Girls Rock Camp folks. You can send it to them and they'll send it to me. I would love to hear what you come up with. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, please do. If it's okay with your parent or guardian, please do. And I hope that you have a lot of fun creating, and I hope this video gave you some inspiration. I'm wishing you all the best. I'm so happy to be here, and I look forward to being able to meet you all in person one day. All right, take care and have a great time at Girls Rock Camp 2021. Rock out, everybody.